Mix castor oil with baking soda and watch what happens. Doctors are speechless. These two simple yet powerful ingredients have been used for generations to address a variety of health issues. Today we'll delve into how they can be combined to offer relief and improve well-being. Picture a scene where an individual is searching for a simple home remedy to address troublesome aches or stubborn dryness on the skin. While rummaging through a kitchen cupboard, two unassuming items catch the eye: castor oil and baking soda. These familiar staples might seem too ordinary to do anything beyond cooking or a quick household fix. Yet they hold the potential to help with a range of health challenges, whether those challenges involve sore joints or a complexion that has lost its natural glow. This presentation explores 10 ways that castor oil mixed with baking soda can be used to offer relief. It draws on both historical use and modern observations, and it does so with a calm, steady approach that respects the needs of seniors, as well as those in other phases of life. To begin, it is worth taking a moment to consider how something as basic as baking soda could possibly enhance the known benefits of castor oil. Castor oil has a long history of being used as an external application for various aches and skin difficulties. Its thick consistency and high content of certain fatty acids have been celebrated in many cultures for their soothing properties. Baking soda, on the other hand, is recognized for balancing acidity, cleansing gently, and functioning as a mild abrasive for skin that needs exfoliation. Combining these two elements creates a blend that can be massaged onto troubled areas, left on for a short period, and then rinsed. The approach is straightforward, and in a world that can often feel crowded with complicated treatments, simplicity can be reassuring. It helps to reflect on how seniors in particular might benefit from thoughtful, natural steps like this. Knees that have weathered decades of hard work may ache more frequently. Skin that once bounced back quickly can become thinner and more prone to dryness. Circulation might slow, leaving extremities cool and uncomfortable. One of the reasons seniors and those who prefer gentler methods find castor oil appealing is that it can be used regularly at home without relying on an array of expensive products. The cost is typically modest, and the effect on the skin's comfort can be remarkable if applied consistently. Those who begin exploring this mixture of castor oil and baking soda often ask which issues it can address. One recurring theme is joint stiffness and muscle tension that builds up over time. Many individuals, including older adults, have turned to castor oil packs for decades to calm areas that feel inflamed. By pairing the oil with baking soda, one not only gains the oil's penetrating quality, but also a light, pH balancing effect from the baking soda. Some have reported that it helps reduce that rigid feeling in the knees or shoulders after being on their feet or engaging in repetitive motions. The mixture can be warmed slightly, tested on a small patch of skin to ensure comfort, and then spread gently over the sore spot. After resting with a warm wrap or cloth on the area, there can be a palpable easing of tension. It is not guaranteed to solve chronic conditions, of course, but it often provides a more comforting sensation than harsh liniments. This approach can be particularly appealing for those seeking an alternative or a supplement to standard over-the-counter creams. Skin dryness is also a widespread concern. Individuals in many age ranges, though especially those in later life, can find that the protective layers on the hands, feet, elbows, or knees have lost moisture and feel rough to the touch. Daily chores, changes in weather, and general wear and tear can exacerbate dryness. When castor oil is mixed with a small amount of baking soda and gently massaged into these problem areas, the thick consistency of the oil hydrates, while the baking soda lifts away dead cells. People who keep up a regular routine of this kind, perhaps setting aside a few minutes each day, sometimes mention that their elbows and heels become significantly smoother. They might also notice fewer cracks forming on the hands or knuckles, especially in colder weather. Some have chosen to wrap the treated area with a soft cloth for 20 or 30 minutes, giving the mixture time to nurture the skin. Rinsing can be done with lukewarm water or wiped away with a damp towel, depending on personal preference. The result often feels pleasantly renewed. Beyond dryness, certain irritations can frustrate day-to-day life. A person may discover that insect bites, small rashes, or mild irritations turn into sources of aggravation if scratched repeatedly. In these scenarios, castor oil and baking soda may help to calm down the stinging or itching. For instance, if a bug bite has grown red and itchy, a small dab of the mixture might be applied for a brief interval and then washed away. The oil can soften the irritated zone, while the baking soda neutralizes some of the discomfort. This can be an attractive option for someone trying to avoid strong topical ointments. Observing how the skin reacts is always wise, particularly if it is sensitive, but many people find that this homemade preparation offers relief that is both tangible and mild. Another area where these items play a role is with certain fungal inconveniences. An athlete's foot, for example, can lead to itching between the toes, a persistent odor, and cracked skin that refuses to heal if ignored. The idea behind using castor oil and baking soda in these circumstances is to create an environment less hospitable to the fungus. Baking soda has a drying effect that can limit the dampness in which fungus thrives, while castor oil has a mild antimicrobial aspect and moisturizes the damaged skin. Some individuals will apply the paste to the affected area and leave it for 20 minutes, then gently rinse. Repeated use may help clear up mild cases, though advanced conditions might still require professional input. Nonetheless, for the occasional flare-up, it can be a soothing measure that is both economical and simple. It is also worth mentioning that this combination has been explored by those who want to nourish their scalp and hair roots. Over time, whether due to age or environmental factors, hair can become brittle or lose its fullness. Some people have turned to castor oil as a scalp treatment in an effort to keep the hair from drying out. The thick nature of castor oil means it stays on the scalp for a while, imparting moisture. A tiny sprinkle of baking soda in the oil can assist with a gentle exfoliation of the scalp surface, helping to remove dead cells or excess buildup. Once again, moderation is vital, since large amounts of baking soda could irritate a sensitive scalp. A brief massage for a few minutes might be all that is needed, followed by a thorough rinse with a mild shampoo. This approach is not a guarantee of hair regrowth, but some have noticed that their scalp feels less tight and their hair appears more supple after repeated sessions. Strains in circulation may also find an ally in these two ingredients. Blood flow challenges often emerge as individuals age or deal with conditions that limit mobility, leading to an uncomfortable heaviness in the legs or feet. Castor oil has a density that allows for a thorough massage that can warm the tissues. Baking soda, for its part, may help address mild inflammation at the surface, though it is certainly not a cure for deeper vascular concerns. Lightly rubbing a warmed mixture over the feet, ankles, or calves can be integrated into a daily rest period. The user then might wrap the legs with a soft towel for half an hour. By the end of such a session, the legs can feel pleasantly relaxed. Though this is not intended to fix more serious circulatory disorders, it can be a welcoming addition to routine self-care, particularly for seniors who may feel the burden of poor circulation more acutely. Skin blemishes such as small scars or discolored patches sometimes respond gradually to the consistent use of castor oil. Baking soda in the mixture can assist in gently peeling away older surface layers. When repeated on a schedule, once a day or every other day, some individuals claim these small blemishes become less noticeable. It is important to approach any area of skin with caution, especially if there is an active wound or extreme sensitivity, because the last thing anyone wants is more irritation. Yet for older marks, the slow, careful application of this paste might be a worthwhile step. Some seniors or middle-aged adults who have encountered dryness and blotches over the years find it comforting that something so unassuming can give the skin a fresher surface. Patience is key, as the progress can be subtle and measured. This mixture also has a reputation among some who experience occasional nerve tension or restlessness in the evening. For instance, a person might rub the warmed oil on the soles of the feet or across the shoulders before bedtime, letting the mild warmth encourage relaxation. Baking soda in a minimal quantity provides a delicate exfoliation that might ease tension on the surface. The gentle massaging motion, combined with the properties of the oil, often leads to a calmer feeling that can be beneficial for winding down after a long day. Seniors coping with restlessness or mild discomfort in bed may appreciate the routine of a warm cloth over these areas for 20 minutes while listening to soothing music or quietly reflecting. Though not a definitive remedy for insomnia or chronic restlessness, it can be a calming habit that also nourishes the skin. Throughout all these possible uses, it is essential to keep a few guidelines in mind. First, everyone's skin is different. A senior with especially thin or sensitive skin should perform a small patch test to gauge whether the baking soda is too abrasive or the castor oil too intense. If any reaction occurs, it is wise to wash off the area and reconsider whether the mixture is suitable. Second, while many individuals share anecdotal reports of relief, medical advice from a qualified professional is still crucial if a condition is persistent or severe. Castor oil and baking soda can serve as supportive measures, but they are not replacements for thorough care when something more complex is at play. Additionally, amounts matter. People who have never tried this approach might begin with a small quantity of each ingredient, adding more as they learn how their body responds. Overuse of baking soda can disrupt the skin's balance, leading to dryness or mild irritation. Thus, a balanced ratio is important, and it can be adjusted according to personal preference. For seniors in particular, moderation and attentiveness to how the body reacts become even more significant. It is always helpful to remember that no remedy, no matter how natural, is entirely free of potential drawbacks if applied incorrectly. Some wonder whether they need to find a fancy brand of castor oil for this method. Cold-pressed castor oil is often preferred, as it is typically less processed. Many find that the simple grocery store variety still has enough thickness and beneficial properties to handle tasks such as moisturizing, massaging, or soothing a minor irritation. Baking soda is widely available and inexpensive, which makes this home remedy accessible to most. The key is to store both the oil and baking soda in a cool, dry place. Keeping them sealed properly preserves their quality. For those who are older, budget considerations can be a factor as well. And the advantage of such a mixture is that it rarely requires large sums of money. The steps are also easy to follow at home, requiring only a bowl, a small cloth or wrap, and the 2 ingredients. It might be integrated into a weekly self-care routine or used daily for a short period to address a specific issue, depending on how the body responds. The method can be as quick as a 5-minute application or as long as 30 minutes of rest under a warm towel, depending on personal preference and how deep the individual wants the oil to penetrate. Reflecting on all these possibilities, one sees that the castor oil and baking soda combination functions as a versatile self-care practice that may provide gentle relief. Joint stiffness, mild rashes, certain types of foot fungus, dryness, blemishes, and overall relaxation can all benefit from consistent, thoughtful use. Seniors who have tried numerous other creams or lotions might find it reassuring to return to something simpler. Younger people intrigued by traditional approaches may also see this as a friendly introduction to natural home care. There is a timeless quality to using resources from the pantry to keep the body comfortable. It is important not to romanticize the process or treat it like a miracle approach that cures everything. There will be times when professional care is necessary. Still, many have found that integrating castor oil and baking soda into their everyday routine offers a measure of comfort that goes beyond the physical. The routine of warming the mixture, applying it gently, and setting aside a few minutes to rest can become an act of mindfulness, especially for those who rarely slow down to pay attention to the body's needs. Seniors in particular may appreciate the sense of calm this fosters, knowing they are taking active steps to ease some of the burdens that come with aging. Adopt a respectful approach to well-being by listening to your body. It often knows what it needs better than any single recommendation. If you find that this mixture offers comfort over time, consider pairing it with other healthy practices such as gentle stretching, staying well hydrated, and taking light walks to improve circulation. Remember, natural methods may work gradually, so patience is key, and if any adverse reaction occurs, stop using it and consult a healthcare professional. There's a timeless satisfaction in using castor oil and baking soda, ingredients that have served humankind for centuries. Castor oil has been valued for its role in quick fixes and household remedies, while baking soda is trusted in the kitchen, for cleaning, and for mild topical care. Together, they make a thoughtful addition to your self-care routine, especially for seniors seeking gentle relief. If you don't have castor oil or baking soda, you'll find trusted links to purchase them in the description below the video. Feel free to share this information with anyone dealing with minor irritations or those looking for a simple way to nurture their skin and joints. In our busy modern lives, this quiet, accessible approach can become a valuable tool in achieving a more comfortable, balanced state of being. If you have any questions, consulting a professional who understands both natural and conventional methods is always a wise step. May you and your loved ones enjoy renewed ease in both body and mind through these simple, time-honored practices.